Yo, hey, hope you're doing great. Today I'm gonna be reacting to Genesis driving the last bike, and this is a song suggestion by James. So James this month gave me the protest song, but he say about this not so much a protest song, but contains a powerful cultural message. The song lyrics by Phil Collins are about the Navy's railway workers of the 19th century, many of whom died constructing Britain's railways. The track is a great example of post 1980 Genesis, where at least one track of the album goes back to the band's progressive roots. Oof. This is another area of Genesis that I haven't explored a lot. So, how is Genesis gonna sound? That's the question of the center. Let's see how this sounds. Let's see. Wait for me. So yeah, pretty much what is gonna happen is I'm gonna react to this as a classical guitarist. Like I mentioned in every video, I need to tell you how it goes, right? I'm listening to the whole thing without stopping, and then that's pretty much my reaction, right? I talk very minimal, and then I don't stop the video. But then after that, I do an analysis, and I will give you my reviews, my first impressions, and I will try to give you as much of I can as a classical guitarist, classical musician, I guess. And yeah, and then we will play and stop and all this stuff. So yeah, let's do it. Very excited. Again, this is a part of Genesis that I haven't explored enough. Actually, looking at this album, I mean, it may be the first song from this album. Should be interesting. I don't know. Mama is from that album. I don't know. So let's do it. I'm very excited. Let's see. With lyrics. Ooh. Relaxing.
Leaving my family behind me, not knowing what lay ahead.
Kind of miss Phil Collins.
Waving goodbye as I left my cheeks, remembering all we'd said. I looked to the sky, I offered my prayers, I asked him for guidance and strength. But the simple beliefs of a simple man lay in his hands and on my head. My
Okay, beautiful. Ooh.
I gave everything that they wanted, but still they wanted more. We sweat and we toil, good men lost their lives. Don't think they knew what for. I sold them my heart, I sold them my soul. I gave everything
Beautiful.
I had.
Oof.
Oh, but they couldn't break my spirit, my dignity fought back. Fight
That's Phil Collins drumming. love how it sounds the production.
The young boys put in the wagons, were digging the tunnel, shifting the earth. It was then that it happened. Well, no one knew how the cracks appeared, but as it fell, disappeared. Stone fell like rain. Can you hear me? Can you see? Don't you hear me? Can you breathe?
Too much volume. Beautiful stuff. I love the ascending of the guitar, going higher and higher.
The smoke cleared, the dust it settled. No one knew how many had died. All around there were broken men. They said it was safe, they lied. You could hear the cries, you could smell our fear. But good fortune that day was mine. And it occurred to me the heart of a good man. It seemed as hard to find.
have to say, this sounds very different to what we're used to. Okay. That's a very interesting song. So, yes, this sounds very different than what I was listening to Genesis. Very different. Obviously, Phil Collins' voice is very different than Peter Gabriel. But here it does feels more like his solo career actually. Like, I mean, the music is great. Obviously, something that all Genesis have is the modulations. They know how to modulate and to move around without any problem, right? That's the amazing all Genesis. Here is a little bit more inspirational, right? That type of sound that you will hear in the 80s and 90s, I would say. Especially with that, the keyboards, the way that it sounds. I love a lot of ascending triads or chords from the guitar that sometimes give you, like, it goes up and then it goes more higher and you're not expecting going that high. But yeah, also Phil Collins' voice is great. I love Phil Collins' voice. But yeah, this feels a little bit like solo career stuff, which obviously when you hear the drum, when Phil Collins is entering the drums. But yeah, super interesting. I think that the lyrics are very, it can feel like a protest. Yes, it can feel like a protest, but more than that, it's just expressing that hard work that a lot of people had to do and the sacrifices, right? Yeah, sure, it's not protest, but it does feel like a protest in the sense of expressing and telling the truth of how things were, and that way the world can see and people can know how things were, and it does help in some way to make people understand what people live through to be able to have what we have today, right? It's kind of crazy. We're living in a world today where people have to sacrifice a lot, and we have it, right? Of course, we do sacrifice things too, but in those times, people sacrifice more, their life and everything. So, sure, it's no protest, but yeah, protest. I know the difference. But good stuff. So I will do from the beginning, and we're gonna do some exploration. Again, very 80s, 90s sound. Yeah, it does sounds a lot like Phil Collins solo music. Beautiful sounds. Those selection of sounds are just so inspirational and so relaxing. Sounds like a relaxing massage. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, look at that. Oh, also I have to say the bass, sounding crispy. The bass was really good.
Leaving
again, Phil Collins' voice is beautiful, and I love listening. I kind of miss him singing. But yeah, it's such a different. It's so different. So different. So interesting to listen to this era of Genesis.
On my head, I gave everything that they wanted, but still they wanted.
Also, I do appreciate hearing the guitar kind of loud. Like the guitar is very well present, right? And the thing with the guitar is that it's clear, and I love how acoustic it sounds, distorted but acoustic, clean, I would say, and I love how it's moving.
We sweat and we toil, good men lost their lives. Don't think they knew what for. I sold them my heart, I sold them my soul. I gave everything.
Beautiful stuff.
I had.
Beautiful stuff. Very inspirational, I would say.
Oh, but they couldn't break my spirit, my dignity.
I'm gonna continue. Say funky, right? Again, I love how the bass sounds. Sounds very crispy and tasty. Beautiful stuff, I have to say. Listen to the guitar. Going ascending and it's gonna go higher. I love that. Alright, here it seems that a lot of people love this section from here on. Let's see. It's more heavier, right? Sound more heavier, more rock. Actually, I love the tone of the guitar. Oof. So yeah, it's a little bit more moving, but still very conservative, I would say. What song does this remind me? Yeah. I like that's from harmonically. If there is a section that intrigued me, is this section over here. Here, you see that chord there? That's what chord is that actually? That's we have at least some dissonance that creates some tension. I love that. For a moment, instead of being happy, we got some tension there, but it was very briefly. And then we come back again. Ta. There's a dissonance there that is making that chord, which that instead of sounding normal, it sounds, dissonant, and I love that. So yeah, again, this whole song, it does give me the vibe of, like I say, Phil Collins solo career. So like, when I say, like, when I listen to Phil Collins solo music, it sounds a little bit like that. Obviously, we have more instruments, higher. We have the guitar and everything, but I'm missing modulations and tension that they normally do in their music that I love. So I'm missing those a little bit. But yeah, this is so interesting to see this Genesis, right? And of course, you as a fan, probably you had to appreciate every stage. Every band, big bands, they always have different stages in their music. Just very a few have a lot of changes, and even that, even in the fan base, people hate those changes, and some people appreciate them. So that's a good thing. A band should be doing that. It should be evolve and look new sounds and everything. It shouldn't be scared to do all these things. Obviously, you try. If you don't like it, sure. If you like it, sure, right? But it's very important as a musician to always find a way to to continue growing musically and expanding your horizons, right? So yeah, I do appreciate listening to this. I do appreciate listening to this era of Genesis, and I'm looking forward to continue listening to this. So, James, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and yeah, that's what I got. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Take care.